The life that you dream about is on the other side of fear and negative emotion. Just imagine what would be possible for you if you didn't allow fear to stop you from taking action. Welcome to this week's Monday Mindset. Today, we are exploring what it means to truly step into our fear. Whether it's taking on a challenge like starting a sugar and flour free lifestyle that pushes us to new heights, or facing the negative emotion that we often avoid. Stepping into discomfort is often the path to success and the freedom that we seek. So, what might be waiting for you on the other side of your fear? Let's dive in, reflect, and discover how embracing discomfort can transform our lives. This is episode number 172, Faith Over Fear. Hey, my friends, welcome back to Monday Mindset. Today, we are going to be discussing the topic of faith over fear. And this is something that I think is such an important topic because so often as we are starting a sugar and flour free lifestyle, we all have fears or things that are holding us back from taking action. So what I want to talk about today is developing a mindset of faith over fear. We're going to explore how stepping into your fear, that discomfort, can lead to an incredible transformation in your life. What happens when we don't let fear stop us, but instead see it as the price that we pay for the success and growth that's waiting on the other side? So, a little story from my week to start us off is I decided to put up Christmas lights on my house. And usually my husband's the one that does it, but he is so terrified of heights and he hates doing it every year. So even though I've never done it before, I thought it would be a really fun surprise for him to come home and see the lights already up. And I bought these permanent lights on Amazon for my house, and they're so cute and pretty. So now he'll never have to set them up again. So there I was, like 20 feet up on a ladder with my 11-year-old cheering me on from the ground. And I was just so freaked out, way out of my comfort zone, but we did it. And now we have these beautiful lights to enjoy. And it got me thinking about fear because I had such intense fear at the top of that ladder. And it was a little reminder that when we push through our fears, we are rewarded with something great on the other side. It got me thinking that fear is like this in so many areas of our lives. Like there's something uncomfortable that we have to face. And once we get through it, there's beauty and growth. And the success, the joy, and the breakthroughs that we want come from moving through fear, not avoiding it or going around it. I recently met a family who are refugees from Ukraine. They were at my Sunday dinner with my sisters and my brother, and it was so fun to meet them. Their story was really deeply impactful to me. They were telling us about how when they lived in Kiev during the recent bombings last year and they fled with their 3 daughters, eventually making their way to America. And this harrowing journey transformed their lives completely. They left behind everything that they had and everything that they knew. And what they found was a greater faith in God. And they witnessed so many miracles that they never expected. Sometimes in our hardest moments, that is when we find our greatest strength. Faith is an action word. Faith is not only something that you believe that you can't see, but it's taking action, even though it's hard and scary, believing that it will be worth it, believing that there's something better on the other side. So I want you to think about this for a second. What if you are challenged with food addiction? What if these cravings that you're experiencing and even your fears around making these lifestyle changes could be that same kind of opportunity to come to God and experience His power? Maybe these challenges are here not to break you down, but to help you to rise. It's through our trials that we become humble. God meets us there. So, one of my favorite scriptures says, I give men weakness that they may be humble. So, weakness, fear, these are invitations to come closer to Him. When it comes to stepping into fear, I think of that really fun scene in the movie We Bought a Zoo with, what's his name? With Matt Damon. And the dad, he tells his kids that all it takes is 20 seconds of insane courage to change your life. And sometimes that's all we need, 20 seconds of courage. And whether it's deciding to start a sugar and flour free lifestyle, whether it's facing down a craving, or just taking a leap of faith in some other area, just 20 seconds of courage can lead us to the life that we want. And he was telling them this when he was telling them how he met his wife, and just having 20 seconds of courage to ask her out just helped him get his dream girl. So, like, one of the most surprising non-scale victories for me in my health journey was how much clearer I could feel spiritually once I removed the noise of the constant food cravings. Before, I was using food as a way to numb myself from discomfort, from boredom, and from the emotions that I didn't want to face. But as I left those things behind, I found a new sense of clarity. I felt more connected, more spiritually alive, because I was finally turning to God instead of turning to food. Food numbs us, but God heals us. So if you're on the fence about starting a sugar and flour free lifestyle, or if you're scared about what it might take to achieve your goal body, I just invite you to push through that fear. The benefits go so far beyond the physical changes. They are mental, emotional, and spiritual as well. Think of this as your own refiner's fire. And maybe the challenge is actually an invitation to lean into God, to find His strength and His grace in this challenge that you're facing on your journey. So in those early days of my weight loss journey, I faced urges and cravings constantly. Every night, I prayed for help and strength, asking God for a miracle to overcome my weakness, my food addiction. There's a scripture that I kept on my fridge that says, as for my strength, I am weak, but I do not boast of my own strength. I will boast of my God, for in His strength, I can do all things. And that scripture reminded me that my success was not just in my hand. It was also in God's. And when I felt overwhelmed, He gave me courage. When I doubted myself, He gave me faith and strength above my own. We don't have to do this alone. We can do it the easy way or the hard way. So we can either take the hard road and do it by ourselves, or we can take the easy road and the better road and just lean on God and a supportive community. I'll say it 100 times. The support of others makes the journey lighter. So together we can remind each other of our strength and encourage each other to keep going when it gets hard, to share in the moments of courage. So this week, I invite you to ask yourself, what is one fear that is standing between you and the life that you want? Whether it's a fear of change, a fear of failure, or the discomfort of cravings, I invite you to step into it. Just 20 seconds of courage can make all the difference in your life and can help you to create that life that you want. Remember, God still works miracles. Come to Him with your trial and ask for His strength. Work as if it all depends on you, but pray as if it all depends on Him. And as you walk through fear, let Him be the source of courage that drives you. I hope that this message encourages you to face your fears with faith, knowing that a better life is on the other side. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go out there and face this week with 20 seconds of courage at a time. Until next time, you guys, keep pushing through, keep leaning on your faith, and remember that every small step towards your goals is one step closer to the life that you're meant to live. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.